Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Gary here again. I didn't think I was going to come back and do another one, but I couldn't stay away. I was dancing around this one for a while. I've been dancing around this next subject. I've been dancing around it for over 6 months, and I'm going to bring it up. What's this number on here? How much time do I have? I'm losing memory on my phone. Anyway, been dancing around this one subject for a long time. I'm just going to talk about it. Sex toys. But before we go into sex toys, I'm going to put this scenario out there for you. What's the one thing that every man and every woman in the entire universe, the entire world, cannot live without? Well, 1.1 to 1.1% are asexual, so we'll take that out of the equation. What's the one thing people in the world cannot live without? Is the orgasm. Right? I mean, there's no amount of money. No amount of money would take, So what I'm going to say now, I'm going to create a scenario, if you will, an offer. If someone were to come to me tomorrow, or you, and say, I'm going to give you $100 million, cash money. I'll use $100 million, cash money. But there's one catch. We remove your penis. Or we glue or sew your vagina shut so you can never, ever use it again. But there's no possible way you can use it ever again. Would you take the $100 million? Makes you think, doesn't it? That's a snap decision for me. Keep your fucking money. You go on and keep your money. No, I'm good over here. Oh, no. The butcher boys, I'm good. Yeah, my hand and I, we're good. And you keep your $100 million, but you can never have sex again? Or you can never whack off again? Or pleasure yourself again? So we, as a species, have to have that. I think everyone can agree with that. Which brings me to my next subject. I had an episode called Talk to the Hand. I don't know, a few months ago. About masturbating. And I briefly talked about, if not in that episode, another episode about how they have these devices you could buy, male vibrators. Anywhere from $25 on up to a couple $100 for one of these things. Looks like a torpedo, And it's operated by batteries. This is the subject I want to touch on here. If $100 million, you'll give back $100 million because you can never have an orgasm again, why would you put your penis in a machine that is built somewhere in Taiwan by humans for a couple $100? I'm gonna go a little further with this so you understand where I'm going with this. There is something inside that device that is a mechanical part. There's a mechanical part inside that device that's spinning around or going up and down, spinning around or going up and down to get you off, to give you an orgasm, right? Who's to say that there's a part in there that is metal, which I doubt there's any metal parts. There might be some hard plastic parts. Okay, let's just say there's no metal parts. Let's say there's hard plastic parts in there. Who's to say that there's a malfunction this one particular day and you're really getting off? You're just tearing up. You got it on high. You got it lubed up. And you're going to town and you're so close to coming. You're so close to orgasm. And something snaps or malfunction goes on inside this tube. And jacks inside of your erect penis. Spears you to a point where you can't pull the thing off. First of all, you're in excruciating pain, immediate excruciating pain. That something malfunctioned. Well, why wouldn't it malfunction, right? Why wouldn't it? If they're man-made. Would you trust your holy of all holies to put into a device for a couple $100? Are you that inept that you can't use your own hand to get yourself off? But there's a market for these things out, these adult toys. There's a market for these things in America. I see them advertised all the time. Why would you risk ripping your penis clean off? So then the next stage is you got to go to the emergency room, right? So yeah, Gary, it gets worse, right? Then you go to the ER with this thing on your penis. This device that's still on. Because when it ripped inside, when a piece of plastic jammed upside the inside of your penis and speared you, that impaled your penis, it malfunctioned, and so now you can't turn it off. Oh, they take you right to the ER. They knock you out with some kind of morphine. They give you propofol to knock you out. And then they got to perform surgery on you. I don't even want to think about, and I'm not even going to go into the graphic part of it. But think about it. After they get that thing off of you, it's a good possibility you've lost your penis or the ability to just urinate out of it or to have an orgasm with it ever again. Because, why? Because the advertisement for this male vibrator for only $200 or $100 or whatever it be. In the privacy of your house, yes. Plenty of lube, guaranteed. Guaranteed to get you off. If they're made by a machine, or if they're made by a human, or put together by a human. Here's another scenario for you. People say, oh, that couldn't happen. Gary, that's not going to happen. That shit's not going to happen. Okay. Well, what about the disgruntled worker in Taiwan on the assembly line for these male vibrators? He's supposed to get off after his 8-hour shift, and his boss says, oh, sorry, buddy, we're behind. You got to stay 10 more hours. Or, you got to stay 2 more hours. Well, he's supposed to have dinner with his wife. Now he's pissed at his boss. He's pissed that he didn't give more warning that he has to stay 2 hours. So you got a disgruntled worker. And he deliberately fucks up 500 or 600 of these things on the assembly line. Saying, fuck you, boss. I'm going to make these things malfunction. Who's to say? Who's to say? That can't happen. I have a really good friend, and I don't want to make this thing go long. I have a really good friend that used to work in one of our area hospitals here in Cincinnati, Ohio. She was an ER nurse. I've told this story to some people I know. She had a lot of gory stories of the things she saw, motorcycle accidents and so forth. She said there was one night this guy came in with his partner. He was homosexual, obviously. The homosexual guy. Came into the ER in excruciating pain. He could barely walk in the door. Bent over as if he was having kidney stones kind of pain. Excruciating pain. He came in by way of an ambulance. They got him in the ER. They put him up on the table. They put his legs up in a stirrup because the ambulance guys told the ER doctor what was going on. There are 2 types of cucumbers in this world. Oh, yeah, I'm going there. Just a regular one. So the household cucumber one is about, 10, 12 inches long, maybe. maybe sometimes shorter. And then there's the English cucumber. If you don't know what an English cucumber is, Google it. They're 18 to 20 inches long. Fucking things are huge. And they might be the diameter of the average male penis. It's just they're long. Well, this guy and his partner were experimenting, and he had this English cucumber 3/4 of the way up his ass. And he couldn't get it out. You would figure you could be able to get it out because it's the girth. There's no girth on an English cucumber. But they had it so far up there. And my friend Amy, who was the nurse, was telling me, she goes, they didn't use any lube apparently, and that's what made it get stuck. They had to surgically remove this cucumber from his ass. Why do people do shit like that? What, do you get off on that, or are you just a freak? She told me some other stories about that, but I don't want to go into that. I want to go back to the male, to the adult toys. I cannot speak intelligently on female toys. I know they have these things they rub on their clitoris. They call them rabbits and so forth. Those are harmless. Because I've seen them. I've seen some of these female toys. I used to date a girl that wanted me to use some of her little toys on her. Well, I went down on her. Freak show. Anyway, but think about that. These vibrators that guys can buy, they're going to risk everything because they're too inept to use their hand. You're, like I said, that show, The Hand, talk to the hand. The hand's not going to screw you over, man. It's going to stroke you just right. You put one of these helmets on, one of these torpedoes on your penis, and let's just say something happens to it. You're screwed for the rest of your life. And then you can go to that person that wants to give you the $100 million and say, yeah, hey, by the way, I'll take that $100 million. Oh, yeah. I want to change your mind. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I got a nub down there. About took it off. You can take the rest of it off if you want, if that pleases you. But give me that $100 million. I'll take it because I'll never have an orgasm again. Oh, boy. What do you do then? I don't know. I had to make this one a quick. I mean, I can go really deep with this one, but I don't want to. I rarely do 2 videos in a day. I don't know why I got thinking about it. But think about it. Think about what I said. Next time people out there that are thinking about buying one of these things for whoever makes it, you can go on Amazon and type it in. It'll show you what they look like. I've seen them advertised a lot on Instagram. I'm thinking, I see that advertised. I'm like, okay, who buys these things? I really don't think people think about the what ifs. I'm all about what ifs in life. If it's man-made, what if? If it's made by a production line machine, what if? If your car can fail on you and you spend 20 grand or better on a car, who's to say the male vibrator is not going to rip your dick clean off? Oh boy. Oh boy. Sorry. Oh, sorry. We didn't mean that to happen. We forgot to put one of these things in there to tighten down that little thingy, the apparatus of the malfunction of the vibrator mechanism device thingy dingy. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry about your penis. That's all I got. I'm going to eat dinner, watch a little bit of TV, and do some stretching exercises they gave me on my shoulder. You'll have a fantastic night. Take care of yourselves again, each other. Peace out.